50 amazing brain-elevating pictures from past 13th collection. Subscribe for daily content. Support this channel so it can grow. 1. U.S. Civil War. Officers of the 69th New York Volunteer Regiment pose with a cannon at Fort Corcoran, Col. Michael Corcoran at far left, 1861. 2. Emmett Till's killers, J.W. Millam and Roy Bryant, smiling after being acquitted of the brutal murder in 1955. 3. One of the smallest shops in London, a shoe salesman with a 1.2 square meter shoe store, ca. 1900. 4. George H.W. Bush speaks in the 1980 campaign as he sought presidential nomination. 1980. 5. A distracted man accidentally pours his beer on Chicago White Sox outfielder Al Smith. 1959. 6. American author Ernest Hemingway aboard his yacht, ca. 1950. 7. Arjun Singh, a Sikh residing in Argentina who traveled to the United Kingdom shortly after the outbreak of the First World War to join the army, 1914. 8. Non-staged photo of delivering milk during a flood in 1936. 9. Coal mine in Ukraine, 1970s. 10. The hellish mines of the 1980s Brazilian gold rush. 11. The King with the Shortest Train 15 minutes, colorized from a vintage portrait of Don Luis Felipe, Prince Royal of Portugal, 1887-1908, ca. 1906. 12. One of the last photos of Tsar Nicholas II. He is in captivity following the February Revolution, March 1917. 13. Stephen King has his cigarette lit by a young Drew Barrymore. 14. U.S. Marine, Battle of Saipan, 1944. 15. A policeman rips the American flag away from 5-year-old Anthony Quinn, having already confiscated his No More Police Brutality sign, Jackson, Mississippi. 1965. Photograph by Matt Herron. 16. The world's last commercial sailing ship, the Pamir, rounding Cape Horn for the last time in 1949. 17. 10 Downing Street. Two soldiers peer out from the entrance to their dugout, made from car doors and corrugated iron, France. The 28th of November 1939. 18. Eindhoven in original colors on after the liberation, the 18th of September 1944. 19. An Abyssinian, Ethiopian, warrior, carrying a rifle and shield and wearing a lion's mane headdress, at the coronation ceremonies of Emperor Haile Selassie, 1930. 20. An Italian sentry on the Albanian front during the Greco-Italian War, 1941. 21. Ice conditions at Niagara Falls during the winter of 1888. '22. Muhammad Ali knocks out Cleveland Williams in 3 rounds in Houston, Texas on November 14, 1966. '23. Ronald Reagan helping in tearing down the Berlin Wall, September 1990. '24. Airborne aircraft carrier USS Macon inside her home port. The 8-acre Hangar 1, Car 1933. '25. Georgy Zhukov, Konstantin Rokossovsky, and other Soviet officers greeting Bernard Montgomery and other British officers at the Brandenburg Gate, Berlin, Germany, the 12th of July 1945. '26. A 16-year-old Sid Vicious going to a David Bowie concert at Earl's Court, 1973. '27. Color image of a New York street, 1940s. '28. Special effects artist A. Arnold Buddy Gillespie in the miniatures tank for the movie Ben-Hur, 1959. '29. A local fisherman inspects a dead California gray whale on the northern shore of Lake Utcher Island, Alaska, on April 9, 1989, 2 weeks after the Exxon Valdez oil spill. '30. Ali and Stallone fighting at Oscars 1976. '31. Nixon meeting with protesters at the Lincoln Memorial after announcing the bombing of Cambodia, early morning, May 9, 1970. White House records show he didn't sleep that night. '32. Macy's department store detectives posing for a photograph with their backs turned so as not to reveal their identity. 1948. '33. Falklands War. Steel helmets abandoned by Argentine armed forces who surrendered at Goose Green, May 1982. '34. The shortest, tallest, and fattest men of Europe drinking and playing cards together in 1913. '35. Titanic's propellers. England, 1908. '36. There are only 2 known pictures of blues pioneer Robert Johnson. One of them was taken in a photo booth early 1930s. '37. Turkish soldiers leave their trenches and charge the Brits at Gallipoli in early 1916. '38. City Hall during construction in 1927, Los Angeles. '39. Hitler asking a frostbitten and snow-ravaged soldier not to salute him, but to instead rest and recover. '40. Members of German resistance movement Waitrose in 1942. The girl pictured is Sophie Scholl, who consistently polls in Germany as the most greatest person, hero in German history. '41. 2 girls walking down the street in Cape Town, 1965. '42. Crowd in Berlin celebrating start of war, they holding portraits of German Emperor Wilhelm and Austro-Hungarian Emperor Franz Joseph, August 1914. '43. A group of bootblacks gather around an old Civil War veteran in Pennsylvania, 1935. '44. Two black students are harassed by classmates on their way to school, Little Rock, Arkansas, 1957. '45. Early in World War II, an Essex farmer paints a black cow with white stripes in case it should wander on the road after dusk during the blackouts. '46. Sn and Wolf, the plough used by retreating German army to destroy railroad tracks, 1945. '47. Pilot and auto test driver Betty Skelton at McDonnell Aircraft Corporation, St. Louis, October 1959, Bob Sandburg. '48. Happy French Girl and Her Cat, 1959. '49. In 1993, SS America was an ocean liner built in 1940 was being towed when the line snapped during a storm. The crew were unable to reattach the line and had to be rescued. It was adrift in the ocean and eventually beached itself in the Canary Islands. '50. A female Viet Cong suspect is questioned at gunpoint by a South Vietnamese National Police officer at Tam Kỳ, about 350 miles north of Saigon, November 1967. The M16 rifle was held by a U.S. soldier during an operation of the 101st Airborne Brigade, searching villages of the coastal plains for suspected Viet Cong enclaves.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a comment, like and subscribe. Support the channel so I can bring you more content. Thank you again.